So, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You get a 2-for-1 this week. You get a second service now.
Moshe.
If you have already davened with the tots and you participated in the magic story, you are still welcome to stay. But we're going to get started. So there are blue books. If you need them, they're over there. And we're going to start with Ma Tovu, which
Lechuna Ranana by Matovu.
Oh, I thought it was Ma Tovu by okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
We're doing Lechuna Ranana by Ma Tovu.
Lechuna Ranana. Lechuna Ranana. Yai lai 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 lai. Naria. Yai lai 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 lai. Naria.
Page 10.
Yai lai 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 lai. Litsuri shenu. Yai lai 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lechuna Yai lai 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 lai. L'Adonai. Yai lai 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 lai. Naria. Yai lai 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 lai. Litzor yishenu. Yai lai 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 lai. For all of the wonders and all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of God's light to hear our voice. Lechuna Ranana. Yai lai 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 lai. L'Adonai. Yai lai 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 lai. Naria. Yai lai 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 lai. Litzor yishenu. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with Ya'aloz Sadai, which is by Nava Tehillah.
It is.
Okay, I have that right.
It is right. Ya'aloz Sadai. We're going to start out nice and slow so everybody can be reminded about this song. Then we're going to pick it up a little bit and have everybody sing along. Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai. Ay, 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai. Ay, 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 ay. We're gonna pick it up now.
Page 11.
Shiranu kol atzeria. Shiranu kol atzeria. Shiranu kol atzeria. Shiranu Ya'aloz. Hey, Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai. Come on. We're warmed up.
We are warmed up. So, at this point, I want to say I have a few announcements. We are outside, so if you need to go outside, you are already outside. But if you need to leave this part of outside, you can go that way, or you can go that way. Restrooms are, you'll see an open door if you go that way into the building. Follow the hallway directly in, and you'll see the restrooms. If you have phones and you want to text or call, please turn them to vibrate and be discreet if you want to do that. But we're outside, so it's a balagan tonight. You can tape, you can do whatever, just be discreet. And please don't take a loud phone call in the middle of prayer. We've all been there in a doctor's office when somebody does it in the waiting room. Don't be that person. All right. We are in the blue book again. The blue book here. If you need one, they are over there. And we're going to continue with our candle blessing. I'd like to invite up Olivia and her mom and all Jager family members who would like to come forward to join them in candle lighting. Please rise. Candle blessing is on page 1.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher gishanu b'mitzvotav, lecha likneh shel Shabbat. You may be seated. We're going to continue on page 18 with Lecha Dodi. When we get to the end, we're going to try our best to dance in kind of a vague circle this way. So I'm going to ask you at the end when we're doing the Laila Lies, I'll kind of like call on you, and if you want to come up and try to dance and get your workout in as well, we will do that at the end of the song. So everyone is encouraged, and burpees during the song are permitted if you can do it without losing your tempo. All right, page 18, Lecha Dodi, we're doing verses 1, 2, 3, 5, and 9?
2, 5, and 9.
1, 2, 5, and 9. Page 18.
Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu elam yuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litilah. לקראת שבת, לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Verse 5, Hitoreri. 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 Kiva orech kumiori. Ori, ori. Shir daberi. Kevod Adonai. Allah nechtigla. To welcome the Shabbat bride with Boi Vishalom. Boi Vishalom, Ateret Bala, Gam Besimcha, Uvsola, Toch Emunei, Am Segula. Boi kala, boi kala. Come on, sing it with me. Yalalalai lechadodi, yalalalai lekrakala, yalalalai p'nei Shabbat, p'nei Shabbat nikavela, yalalalai lechadodi. Here comes the dancers. Shabbat nikavela, yalalalai lechadodi, yalalalai lekrakala, yalalalai p'nei Shabbat, p'nei Shabbat nikavela. The bride has been appropriately welcomed. We're going to move into...
We're working on it. We're working on it.
All right.
All right. We're going to continue with 22, Chatzi Kaddish. There are different customs for this. You may stand if you follow the Ashkenazi, Reform, and I think Mizrahi custom, and you may remain seated if you follow the conservative, Sephardi, or Hasidic customs. It's up to you. So if you want to stand up, stand up. If you want to sit down, 22.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah B'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayetecho Beit Yisrael Bagala uv'yizman kariv v'imru Amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam u'lolam me'olmaya Yitbarach Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitpa'ar, Vitraman, Vitnatsei, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemer Kurisha, Rechu, Leila, Min Kol Birchata, Beshirata, Tushbechata, Benechemata, Damiran Bialma, Vimru, Amen.
Please, everybody, stand for Baruch Hu on 23. Oh, facing that way. Back of the
Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 yai, lai, 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 lai.
You may be seated. We will continue with God of Creation, which is the Marit
On page
prayer on
26.
26.
God of creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv aravim b'chokhma poteach she'arim. God of creation, who makes the evening fall from light into darkness with the setting of the sun. You unfold the heavens with brilliant moon and stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro mariv aravim b'chokhma poteach she'arim. Baruch atah Adonai Amariv Aravim.
Amen. 27, Ahavat Olam. 27.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Torah u'mitzvot Vihem chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla yogei yomam v'layla v'yavadcha al tasir mimenu leolamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael ohev amo Yisrael.
Amen. We'll continue on 28 with 30 with listen, leading directly into the Shema. You may rise now if you wish. You may rise for the Shema if you wish, or you may remain seated for the Shema if you wish. But for all of us, page 30.
If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way and listen, listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen, listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill or from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. We're going to sing the Shema now, nice and big, strong together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Malachuto Levolam, Va'ed. Listen, listen to our God. Listen, listen to our God.
You may be seated. We'll continue with Ve'ahavta, which will be led by our Bar Mitzvah. Sorry, bat mitzvah.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי לצוותך היום על לבביך, ושינפתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובפתחתך ובדרך ובשבתך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי ואתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי את ארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Yay, Shkoyach, well done.
Just a sneak preview of what you'll see tomorrow if you're attending her bat mitzvah.
So we are up to the Michamocha, which is a little bit further along. It is on page 37. But I have learned that I am terrible at leading part of this round. So I'm going to see if I can tag in my partner in crime, Rabbi Weider. Would you be willing to help Kim lead the round of Michamocha with me? Because I'm going to lose my place on my own.
That's my situation.
Together, we will be strong and mighty and together. Okay, we're going to help.
You can do this.
We
I
can
know
do
You're
it.
going to help us over here, right? We'll keep it going.
All right.
We're going to do it all together. So first, we'll be a threesome. Here we go. Da-da-da-da. I'm leaving you guys. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha ne'edar b'kodesh. Nora tehila. Oh, say pele. Oh, say pele. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai.
We were just starting.
All right. We won't
Thank
take it
you,
on the
my
road
friend.
just
Thank
yet, but we're working.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Hashkivenu 39. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmor tzeitenu, ufoenu, lechayim ol shalom, me'atavi adolam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום, עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
Amen. Please rise for what I believe is the jumping song
It
version
is
of
the
this.
jumping song.
Please rise for the jumping
More
song.
aerobics for Shabbat. Woo!
Oh yeah, sorry, jumping song. Is that page?
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Now we're going back because I skipped כי ששת. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. There's some good singing going on out there. Beautiful.
Nicely done. You may be seated for a moment. Whew. Okay, we're going to continue with Open Our Eyes on 43. And then we're going to have our silent prayer section. You can use the words that are in the book in English or in Hebrew. You can do breath meditation. If you did want to do burpees, this would be your moment. Does anyone know what direction east is from here? Roughly that way. So for this prayer, all Jews all over the world try to face one focal point. Anybody know what it is? Extra points if you know where it is. Jerusalem. Very nice. So it is that way. So we're going to stand up in a minute. We're going to face that way and pray silently. Just us and God. All right? Here we go. 43.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Yes, we will know that you are one.
Please rise for 3 to 5 minutes of silent prayer. If you are still speaking to God, please continue at your own pace. If you have finished speaking to God, please turn to 57. Page 57 for Shalom Rav. 57.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Bechol ve'enecha levarech et Amacha Yisrael betochei tu bechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. One more time. Tasim Leolam.
We continue now with we continue with Misha Berach and 63. Thank you, Misha Berach on 63. If there are names of people, if you cannot hear me at any point and I have a mic in front of me in my life, just do this. I promise I am working on it, but just do this miming to me and I will eat the mic. So, I'm going, as I point in your direction, if you have names of people who are in need of healing, please share them with us at this time. Starting here.
Marilee Brown, Ari Gubner.
So to that, of course, we add our president, Steve. We add Rob, who is recovering. Oh, yeah, I got to eat the mic. Our president, Steve, and Rob, and everybody among us who is in need of healing, and Helene Greenstein and Shirley Greenstein, and there are a number of others I will remember as soon as I finish talking. But hold in your minds anybody who you wish to add, and we add those in our community without access to proper housing or health care. Now, please join together with us for Misha Berach on 63.
Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor Habracha Limotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor habracha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated if you are not already. Right, this is going to be a slightly larger challenge than I thought because of the wind, so I'm going to do my best. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So this past week, on Tuesday, I was privileged to be in a meeting of all of our new and returning Torah school, religious school. There we go. Thank you. All right, so this past week I was privileged to be offering a blessing to a meeting of our religious school teachers and madrachim. And being a rabbi, before giving a blessing, I had to give a short speech, before which I gave a short speech in infinite recursion until rabbis are talking all the time, everywhere without a break. I promise I will finish on time tonight, however. My preamble to my blessing was as follows. For many centuries, we Jews have been doing something we call the honey ceremony. The honey ceremony is a ceremony that probably originates in the Middle Ages, but it's for the first day of school. And what is done now in some places is you give, when a kid comes in for the first day of school, you give them a piece of paper with a big letter Aleph on it, or a card with an Aleph, and you put a dab of honey on the Aleph. And a small child, of course, will see the honey and go, yum! And they will create a Pavlovian association of the sweetness of the honey and the sweetness of the language that they are beginning to learn, so that the words of Torah and Hebrew should always be sweet in their mouths. So this week, I wanted to talk a little bit about honey and why honey pops up so often in the Torah. It comes up, this week is Parshat. This week is Parshat. This week is Parshat. You've all heard it now. You have no excuse. It's Parshat. Ki Tavo. Thank you. And Moses is in the middle of his goodbye speech, and he's explaining that when the people get into the land of Canaan, they will find a land flowing with milk and honey. He says it multiple times. He's probably talking about date honey, not bee honey. But be that as it may, it's kind of ancient code for it's like you'll have the best of the best. Someone outside has a gold Maserati. Who had the gold Maserati? Whose car is it? It's being towed. Who has the gold Maserati? Okay. There was someone out front with a gold Maserati. In other words, it's the gold Maserati of countries. You're going to have milk and honey and leather interior and good suspension and all those things I said were Mercedes last week. And this week I'm saying are Maserati. But you're going to get there and you'll have the best of the best milk and the best of the best honey. Why honey? Because honey, date honey or bee honey, is something that you can collect while wandering around in nature. You don't farm it, you collect it. And wouldn't you know it, when the Israelites were wandering around in the desert receiving instructions from God, which were later called the Torah, later called the Torah, religious school kids, I'm looking at you, there will be a quiz. Okay, so as our people in our narrative, in the story, are walking around in the desert, they are fed on something called close? Manna. Okay, manna is a substance that is collected from nature, and the Torah tells us tastes suspiciously like, not bread, whatever you want, But the example is given. It tastes like whatever you want, and it's elucidated by Rashi, I think, who says it tastes like honey and coriander seed. Hello to all you joining us at home. Honey and coriander seed were the answers you were looking for. Okay. The Talmud goes on to explain that modern honey, date honey or bee honey, is somehow a divine food. It has an essence of the manna in it. Modern honey is 1/60th the sweetness of the manna. It's a divine food in some way. And so if you think of it this way, in the Israelites wandering in the desert, the way that God presented the Torah to them was by giving them honey to sweeten the learning. When we have little kids start, we give them honey to sweeten their learning. Turns out, by the way, that honey is not only sacred to Jews, but it's also sacred to Christians and to Buddhists and everyone else, and it usually is the food when you have a prophet who goes on a walkabout in the desert or the forest. So for the Christians, they say John the Baptist ate honey while he was out, and locusts when he was out living in the wilderness. And some Buddhists will say that the Buddha, when he went out into the woods, was brought honey by a friendly monkey on which he sustained himself. So honey is a recurring thing that has some divinity in it. It's what you eat when you're soaking in kind of divine knowledge. I have lost my second page, but it is what you soak in when you are learning divine knowledge. For our purposes as Jews, I want to make sure that we know that we are here to celebrate not only Shabbat, but a bat mitzvah. A bat mitzvah of someone who started on this path many years ago, learning the Aleph Bet, and who led Ve'ahavta for us beautifully and candles for us beautifully. And tomorrow we'll be doing all kinds of things in the service, so you're all welcome to come. But to Olivia, to the whole family, I only recently arrived here at Temple Beth El. Rabbi Weider has been with you through this process. There we go. Rabbi Weider has been with you through this process. I only recently arrived. So I'm here to support you, but I wanted to give you a blessing. Rabbi Kavod will be giving you one tomorrow. I want to give you one tonight. And together, those two will join together for a gigantic oodle of blessings. So my blessing to you is this. In the words of Rabbi Yochanan, Lord our God, may you make the words of your Torah as sweet as honey in Olivia's mouth, and the mouths of all of us, your people Israel. And may it be through learning Torah that we come to know God and one another. Blessed is God, and blessed are we who engage in the study of Torah. Amen. To you, Olivia, I wish great success in your bat mitzvah, that you not be publicly pressured, as I am currently doing, and that you are part of this community for many, many years to come, and one day you will perhaps be standing where I am standing, addressing a rising bat mitzvah. So, Mazal Tov, Shabbat Shalom, and may Torah be always as sweet as honey on your tongue. Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue now with our service with Matisyahu's One Day.
Sometimes I lay under the moon. I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that they don't want to fight no more. There will be no wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Ve'ne'emar, ve'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, bayom hahu, Yehieh Adonai echad. Ushemo, ushemo, ushemo. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
You may be seated. We come now to the part of the service where we remember those who are not with us physically, but who continued to inspire good action during our lives. I will start by reading the community list, and if you have additional names for Kaddish, I will invite you to add them as soon as I am finished. This week we mourn the passing of our members David Epstein and David Feldman. This week we also observe the following yahrzeits: Rosalind Anthony, Thelma Bargar, Camilla Bemergy, Charles Berg, Alan Blanc, Piba Bonder, Lillian Brill, Gertrude Cohen, Marilyn Collin, David Deichmann, Dora Shochet Deichmann, Mary Deichmann Diamond, Frances Feldman, Judith Ellen Fisher Buxer, Harry Gertz, Edith Goodman, Herbert Guinness, Anita Ensley Holt, Jerry Carver, Rena Kulik, Gloria Kurtzman, Lillian Lees, Yitzhak Lior, Sherwin Aaron Marshak, Betty Matoff, Stephen McDaniel, Jeffrey Moses, Ruth Nadel, Stephen Olin, Stanley Oransky, Minnie Sankstone Price, Rose Samuel, Nancy Schiller, Leon Schwartz, Darlene Seligman, Sophia Sheveljova, Laura Sommerfeld, Samuel Stein, Dora Stein, Esther Steinstapir, Jesus Valadez, Ira Waffle, Anne Weisenberg, and Samuel Zeldin. We also continue to remember Martin Cole, Zita Gluskin, Leslie Heinel, Dorothy Eisen, Judith Kovach, and Miriam Wellickson. If there are names that I mispronounced, you have my deepest and most sincere apologies. Please let me know by email or text after Shabbat. I am joining the community, and getting people's names right is extremely important. If you have additional names, I invite you to add them as I point in your direction. I ask you then to please rise as we praise the name of God in the face of loss. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 73. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uvyomechon uvchayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Leolam Olmei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitba'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalei V'yitalal Shemei Dukudsha B'richu Ve'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Ta'amiran Be'alma V'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Osei Shalom Bimramav, Huyaseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, V'imru. Amen. You may be seated. There is no greater tribute to those who have come before us than a strong and vibrant community today. And so along those lines, I would like to share some announcements of things that are happening here at Temple Beth El. Firstly, thank you all for being here tonight. To our members, thank you. We are like PBS. Everything we do is thanks to your volunteerism, generosity, and support. Of course, to my friends on the bima or the cement thing today, I want to thank all of you. I also want to thank all the people who made tonight's festivities possible. All of our volunteers at the tables, our B Sister volunteers, our membership volunteers, our volunteers from Heritage Point. I also want, is Robert Grossman still here? Robert Grossman? There he is. It is his birthday today. So we're going to pause and we're going to sing happy birthday to Robert. Yom Huledet Sameach. Hey. Yom Huledet Sameach. Woo. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. All right. A good year and a healthy year, and we hope to see you many, many times throughout this coming year. L'chaim. Toast will be available after services to wish him a happy year. To our guests, we hope you've had a good time and you will join us again and again. And, of course, Mazel Tov to Olivia, the entire Jager family, for this beautiful simcha. Thank you to everybody for coming from out of town for this, who came from out of town. And thank you to all of her tutors, teachers, and friends who have supported her up until now. Do you have any words for us tonight? Do you want to make an announcement? Oh, we're not quite there yet. Almost there. Almost there. High holidays are coming. In case you were not aware, please renew on our website. We are also starting a book club, which will be on our website. Rosh Chodesh is coming up. In other words, see our website. And also, if you believe that visiting people who are not feeling well is important, and it is a very important Jewish value, get in touch with us and join the Hinenu committee. And now, I am standing between our bat mitzvah and Kiddush, I think, right? All right. Olivia, we'll do it together. Three of us here. Any family members, Jagers, who want to come up and join us for this?
Just going like that.
You don't all need to get wine now because the important thing is that you hear it said. So you want to hold it?
Sure.
All right. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila mikrayei kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, ki vanu b'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchiltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh haShabbat.
L'chaim. Take a sip. Take a sip. Good.
Kind of.
Okay. Then we'll do it.
Put it down.
All alcohol will taste like that until you're 21.
That's right.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ashmati lechem min haaretz. Amen.
V'te'avon.
Oh, you can take those and eat them.
You can take them with you. We're going to end services with, we're going to do the halot delivery. Sorry.
I think so.
We gotta give out some hollow.
We need some helpers too.
We have traveling hollow.
Jason,
Rabbi Kavod, would you like to
Okay,
announce
because-
where our
You,
hollows are
you
headed?
guys take this one. So this one here will go to Mission Viejo.
Oh, never mind.
Anybody take a hollow to Mission Viejo?
No, other direction.
Over here. No, come on, you guys. Take it. Take it.
You can bring it to the
Bring
person.
it right over to the lovely woman with the hand up.
And Calabasas, who's headed for Calabasas?
I am actually.
Take also to that same woman there. Take it right there.
Thank you. All right, mitzvah's accomplished.
Okay.
It is time for us to...
My choir members or anybody know Salam want to come up and sing with me? Come on, Stephanie, Marcy, let's go. Come on.
choir member.
We're moving into Salam. All right, let's go. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, whoa, hey yo, 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 Odyavo shalom aleinu, Odyavo shalom aleinu, Odyavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Odyavo shalom aleinu, Odyavo shalom aleinu, Odyavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Going back to hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, oh, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, oh, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. One more time. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you to Kim. Thank you to Evan. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Carol. And thank you to our maintenance and security teams. Big hand for Juan and for our security and maintenance teams who made tonight possible. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Shabbat shalom. That concludes tonight's service.